Welcome back to another episode of JVLOGS. This is Mark speaking. Today the topic will be 5 things you need to know when you're traveling on or going on the work and travel program to the US. I know that thousands of students from all over the world travel to the US each summer to work, earn money, pay tuition, buy clothes, go back home, buy a car, buy the house, whatever they want to do with the money. But it's a great program, it's a good opportunity. You also get a chance to interact and meet people from all over the world, to create good bonds, good friendship, networking, business opportunity. So there's a range of things that you can do when you actually go on this program just by creating these kind of friendships and bonds and networking and stuff like that. So it has a lot of benefits. No, a lot of people, when they're coming on the work and travel program, they've never been to the US before. They've only seen stuff on TV, and most of the stuff that we see on the TV before we even come to the United States, it's just a fancy stuff, it's about the city, and the fact is, a lot of these work and travel programs are employers are in states that are not in the city. They're normally resort areas, isolated areas. Some are literally out in the mountains or in the woods or wherever it is, a lodge and different places. So with that comes a lot of challenge. With that comes a lot of challenge. You have to take into consideration in transportation, housing, the cost of these stuff and all of that. The less public transportation means you have in this area, the more expensive it is. We're going to look at that as well. So there's a number of things that you have to take into consideration that the employers don't let the students know, on a real level. They put it in paper, they put it in letters saying that you have to take this bus and take that, blah blah blah. But they don't explain it as though a person that lives in that area would explain it for you and tell you that our bus runs 2 times a day or 3 times a day, or bus don't run at all. So the first thing I'll look at is the area that you live in. A lot of these places, again, I'll say, are country areas, so you have to take that into consideration. Most time you won't even see the city. You have to probably take a bus, and the city is like an hour away to get to your Walmart, to get to your Old Navy, to get to your area pastel, all those fancy stores that you want to buy clothes and go shopping and stuff. Most of these places are an hour or 2 hours away from where you actually work. If you're going to an area that is highly populated, like say New York or Boston or or Florida, or those places are more popular, you have a lot more people there. But once you go to the north, west, or probably northeast or mid, you're going to be isolated and you won't be able to grab these things or grab these places or run to these places as you would like. So that is a challenge that you need to look out for. So the areas, mostly populated or not populated at all. So the next thing that we look at is transportation. Transportation from your home country to America, you need to take that into consideration. The cost to travel back and forth, the cost from once you are dropped off in like a main city like a New York. A lot of people come from Europe, they come into New York and then they have to take a connected flight from there. So ensure that you know your connected flights, ensure that the cost is incorporated in that. I know that's the easy part of it, but you still have areas in America where after you leave from New York and you go to a different state, you still have to take like a chartered jet or a chartered plane just to reach those areas, because these big airline companies don't fly to these places, so you have to take like a link flight or something like that. But those things are not hard to do once you do your research on the computer and get the information that you need. Transportation, again, you have to look at ground transportation. Ground transportation in terms of taxi, buses, you know, Uber, all those stuff. A lot of these areas don't have those type of transportation. The ones that do have these transportation will cost a lot of money, right? Some of the transportation means that you can use is a Greyhound. Greyhound is good. It takes long, but the Greyhound is good and it's normally cheaper. So if you're going to a destination, I'd recommend taking the Greyhound. One of the challenges with the Greyhound is that it's smelly. Literally, the Greyhound is smelly. A lot of dirty people are on Greyhound, and yeah, it's just messy. So if you're a clean freak or you're a person that can't take the scent and stuff like that, I'm not sure how you're going to work that out, but keep that in mind whenever you're traveling on the Greyhound. Taxis are more expensive, so make sure you have cash on hand to do all these stuff. You can go online and book the ticket from Greyhound. They have their online services as well. After that, being in the town, if it's an isolated area and there's no buses running in town and the employer don't provide transportation like a cart or a little minibus or anything like that, you will have to use a bicycle. And a lot of people know this. You have to ride a bicycle. Ensure that when you get there, you secure a bicycle. And most times these bicycles come at a cost. Sometimes it come at a cost of $25, come at a cost of $50 US to rent the bicycle for the entire summer. So ensure that you secure your bicycle, get enough information, and learn. If you don't know how to ride a bicycle, get a friend that knows how to ride a bicycle. You can get to work on time. So these are the challenges that comes with working in the States in these isolated areas. So keep that in mind. So we're jumping off from transportation to food. So food and cooking. A lot of people around the world cook. You guys cook. I know in Europe, in the Caribbean, we love cook. We love our cook food. We love our parents cooking and stuff like that. So when you come here from Europe, Asia, wherever it is, and you come and you realize that the apartment that you live in don't have stoves. You don't have stoves in the apartment. You have fire alarms. If you're trying to cook and it smoke up, then the fire alarm go off. Ambulance and police come and stuff like that. So don't try this at home. And I'm not saying you guys should do it, but if you want to cook and you do have outdoor places you can cook, and you have to cook inside, ensure that you take the battery out of the fire alarm and then you put it back in when you're finished. You would have to buy a stove at Walmart. So try to get to a Walmart, because the only thing you might have is a microwave. So get to Walmart, buy your electric cooker will help. It's expensive, in the range of like $39 to $50. Some of the cookers are there. So try to ensure that you get one of those cookers to cook your meal if you're used to the home cooked meal. If you can go without the home cooked meal and you can buy your cereal or your microwavable food, then I would suggest that you do that. Apart from that, keep that in mind when cooking. In terms of other food, you can get all sorts of McDonald's, Wendy's, all those stuff that are already in Asian countries or Europe or wherever it is. Those places are here in America. They're famous for those food because it's American brands, so you will get those food. The next thing that I will look at is accommodation and living condition and the cost. So when you're traveling, ensure that they identify the accommodation for you. A lot of these employers and stuff like that, they go the cheap route and they don't give you good accommodation. You would have to rent places with other people to ensure that you have a lot of money on hand. Take money with you. Try to get money with you. Try to let your relatives send money for you so you can have these money and spend wisely, because accommodation is key. If you don't have somewhere to rest your head, then it's a problem. A lot of people experience moving around for like 2 to 3 weeks, still moving around, still trying to find proper accommodation that is comfortable and areas that are clean. Also, accommodation is normally it's like $75 to $150 per week. So that is mad expensive. $150, $75. It's just too expensive. So ensure that you have the money to do that. So that's just a heads up for you guys. Alright, so the last thing that we look at is rights of students and hourly pay and stuff like that. In America here, you have rights. As a work and travel student, you have rights here in America. It is stipulated in your contract. You have rights. Ensure that you know what your rights are. you're entitled to the hours that are stipulated on your contract. You're entitled to your 40 hours, 35 to 40 hours per week, and even overtime. Don't let them rob you. Don't be underpaid. Ensure that you stand up for yourself. Don't let them abuse you or try to work you out too much. You know, stand up for yourself. And if something is going wrong or you don't like, you know, what they're doing, ensure that you report it back to the agency or report it back to your liaison or the person that is in charge of you when you're over here in the States. Ensure that you keep in touch with them and send information to them back and forth and tell them, update them, let them know what is going on. Send in your reports early so they have on record that, hey, this is happening to you. Hey, I reached out, tell it's roach infested, you know, it's not suitable for living, you know, all those stuff. Put it in paper, put it in writing, send it through email, and let them know. You know, if you're supposed to start your job and they 2 weeks, 3 weeks later you're not working, let them know so you can either relocate to a different area or they can talk to them and you can get the start working, because we're here to make some money and, you know, enjoy life and stuff like that. So ensure that you stand up for yourself. So, you know, that's where I'm going to end it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it is informative. I hope you take it and use it well. It is very serious. You know, ensure that you enjoy yourself. Listen to me. Don't come here from wherever you are and don't enjoy yourself. Go out, drink if you can drink. Don't get too drunk. You know, be safe, but have fun, enjoy yourself, meet, interact with people from different countries, create bonds and friendship, you know, add them on your Facebook page, keep in touch, have good memories. The experiences that we forge in life, those are the things that stay with us. The money don't stay, you know, the food don't stay, I guess, but the experience is what fuel us, the experience is what make us happy, the experiences, you know, give us joy, the memories that we have. You know, I still have mine, I still hold on to mine, and I love them so much. So, you know, enjoy yourself, work hard, save hard, if that makes sense, and just, you know, have a good time. So just do your best, people. Thanks for watching JVLOGS. This is Mark Plunkett. I'm signing off. Good luck. We're gone.